Punch the Face Radio here with Walel Watson. Now, Walel's going to be fighting here at Titan FC 30 here on September 26th against Anthony Gutierrez. Now, Walel, the last time actually fans saw you was here at Titan FC 28 back in May against William Joplin. Let's kind of start off there. Like, how did that fight actually play out the way that you had planned, and did it actually, kind of flow the way that you thought it would when you picked up the victory?
I expected Joplin to be a tough fighter. So looking at his record and looking at the guys he's fought and how he first started off in his career to the day that we had faced each other, So he was a real dangerous fighter. He was on a 7-fight win streak, so I have to, be real respectful of that and wary of it. But the fight went exactly the way I planned it to go. It's a good back and forth brawl between a good scrappy wrestler and a good stand-up /jiu-jitsu guy. I kept my distance when I could. He got in when he could, but at the end of the day, when we hit the ground, it's still my world. So, the results was the way I wanted them to be. My hand was raised at the end of the day, winner by submission.
Now, in your opponent here at Titan FC 30, it's going to be Anthony Gutierrez. Now, he's an undefeated prospect. He had time on the Ultimate Fighter. What's your early scouting report on him so far?
That's exactly what he is. I'm a kid prospect. He's got 5 fights, still new in the game. He's been around for a little bit, but as far as the experience level goes, it's another level. When you have 5 fights under your belt, there's still a lot of experience to learn.
Now, I'm actually in the area and kind of around some of the guys he trains with here in the Kansas City area. Now, they're kind of looking at this fight for him as being a stepping stone to him possibly getting, a full-time employment with the UFC. Now, how do you feel about being kind of looked upon as somebody's stepping stone and not just, a level opponent? They're looking at this as being something on his resume to help him out. Now, how do you kind of attack that or feel towards that?
Sorry for them. If you pick me to be somebody's resume or stepping stone and you pick the wrong fighter, if you look at my record, I only fought top dudes in the world, and when I don't, they get smashed on immediately. So that guy's got a lot coming for him. He's about to find out something new September 26th.
Now, you have a knack for the submissions. Now, everyone knows that you've worked with famed Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor Eddie Bravo. Does that give you any sort of edge with working with the best of the best as far as just as Jiu-Jitsu goes over anyone else that you're going to be in the cage with?
Most definitely. When you have such a high-level coach and high-level training partners, it makes your confidence level through the roof, and it gives you great looks in the gym, I'm getting put in the bad positions and the bad submissions now by world-class guys. So by the time I come to fight night, it's just going to be another day in the gym. I really don't feel like there's a bad position out there for me right now. I know how to recover from just about any position, and I know how to get out of just about every submission.
Now, and also in working with him, you also do your own coaching and instructing at the San Diego Combat Academy. Now, with you being, working with great trainers yourself as a fighter, does that help you translate to when you're teaching others about jiu-jitsu and about, just working on their game? Does that actually help you when you're transitioning, going to your coaching game?
Most definitely. Teaching helps me so much in my fighting because to teach, you have to really slow down and break down the technique, the submission, the sweep, every little thing. You have to understand it from the inside and out so that when you explain it to your guys, they understand what the heck you're saying and you're able to answer every question so that they can better perform the technique. So, and having that kind of knowledge just takes your game, your fight game to another level.
What do you think is the maybe most misunderstood or maybe the, I don't want to say a concept or so that people don't get about jiu-jitsu guys that sometimes get overlooked or it's maybe as much in MMA, people always yearn for the knockout that maybe they don't respect as much about jiu-jitsu guys that you can maybe shed some light on that, it's a lot harder than what people think?
Really what it is, just as long as jiu-jitsu's been around, it's not utilized as much as it should be anymore. Everybody, like you said, they want to see knockouts, they want to see head kicks and things like that. So guys, even high-level black belts that are in jiu-jitsu will forget to hone those skills and we go back to what they're good at, what they're great at, you know, their jiu-jitsu, what got them noticed to begin with, you know. Everybody's just forgetting about it when there's punches involved, and, you know, that's something that we're going to show the world that you don't do, that punches only make jiu-jitsu even easier for you, if anything.
Now, this opportunity here with Titan FC, with this being your second fight in a row with them, what does this mean as far as this platform goes and the opportunity fighting for this organization for you at this point in your career right now?
I mean, for me, I don't fight for anybody that I don't want to be a champion for. So, you know, right now I'm taking Anthony Gutierrez seriously, and then after them, you know, I'd hope to fight for the Titan belt. Or if not, you know, just be ready for the next opponent. But, you know, just staying ready, whether it's for Titan, whether it's for the UFC, that's all I'm going to be doing, getting ready, staying ready.
Now, speaking of the title, is that something that, you know, that have been discussed if you win, that possibly you getting a title shot either later this year or early next year, the winner of this bout?
No, not yet, but like I said, for me, if I'm trying to be any organization, I want to be the champion of that organization, so, you know, let me get this W and then I'll start making some noise.
Right on. Well, Walel, you know, definitely we appreciate you taking our time with us here. I know you got to get out to your training session, but make sure, you know, first let the fans know where they can follow you on social media and keep tabs on what you have going on and what's going out there with you on the West Coast.
You can follow me on Instagram, Gazelle Watson. On Twitter, it's Walel the Gazelle. On Facebook, it's Walel Gazelle.
And then also give a shout out to the sponsors to help you get prepared here for this fight here in September.
All right, thank you. I just want to thank my sponsors, my supporters, you know, Phalanx, Jiu-Jitsu Gear, Elusive Gear, Fresh Coast Touch, Full Force Fitness, Taylor's Grave Tattoo, you know, shout out Team Hurricane Awesome, Pimp Planet Jiu-Jitsu, Pimp Planet San Diego coming January 3rd, and all the MMA fans out there, shout out Titan FC. Can't wait to be back in the case September 26th, Cedar Park, Texas. Catch your boy on CBS.
Absolutely. CBS Sports Network, you and Anthony Gutierrez is going down. I do have to have a quick question though. Like Hurricane Awesome, like how did the team come up with that name? Because it doesn't really fit, but it kind of sounds cool. Like how did that name come about for the team?
Pretty much for that reason. I mean, my head coach Miller Hernandez, when he was coming up with a team name, he was like looking at other names, and everybody always wants to be so tough. You know, everybody's got this bone crushers and the neck breakers and the nothing, you know, all these crazy names. So he wanted to have something fun, so he just came up with Team Hurricane Awesome, something funny. Everybody loves it, so we just ran with it.
Absolutely. Well, that's a cool name, and I'll actually be talking to another one of your teammates here a little bit later on in Richie the Boogeyman Martinez, which, by the way, if you see him today, let him know he has one of the coolest beards I've ever seen in MMA. Just want to put that out there, but I'll talk to him a little bit later. But again, Walel Watson, we appreciate you taking our time here with us on Punch to the Face Radio. Again, September 26th, Titan FC, you and Anthony Gutierrez. It's going down in bantamweight division. Best of luck, and we'll see you here September 26th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
I'll see you, man.